Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Friday. We are so glad you're here. My name is Jessie Jennings and I'm a content creator here at Plaid. And we have Kira Ballantyne in the studio today and we're excited to show you guys how to make these really cute Mod Podge Fabric jeans. So if you've never used Mod Podge Fabric before, it's a really great product. It's probably one of my favorites in the Mod Podge line just because you can do such cool things with it. But yeah, today Kira's gonna walk us through how you can make these really cute Mod Podge jeans. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and I will try to answer them or I'll relay them to Kira live and she can answer them out loud. We will be doing a giveaway today, so make sure to participate in the chat, ask questions, let us know what you're crafting at home, let us know where you're from, and somebody will be selected randomly at the end of the class to win a really fun Plaid prize pack. So make sure to participate in the chat. If you decide to make any of these projects, go ahead and post them on social media, hashtag Plaid Crafts and hashtag Make It With Michaels. We love to see what you guys are making. We always get inspired by you guys, so make sure to post those for us. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Kira in the studio.
Yeah, hey guys, hey, we're just adjusting our camera.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Sure
all right.
Can see.
Yeah, hey guys, happy Friday. Like Jessie said, thank you for joining us. We are going to be doing some decorating, embellishing our denim, which you can use this technique on any of your fashion, any of your fabric. So I'm excited to show you this. I love these pair of denim that we decorated. So you guys, it's like time for spring refresh. You know, it's finally warm, at least here. But you know, grab those jeans out of your closet. You've been wearing the same thing all winter. We can maybe start to get out of the house a little bit and be outside. So we're going to show you how to freshen up your denim. This would be great not only for denim like jeans that you wear or like a denim jacket. This would be awesome also, especially for spring. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this. We've got a number of products that I'm going to be using. If you have questions, let Jessie know. Yep.
This is Felicia. The overhead is off.
The overhead is off. Okay, so wait, we got to fix our overhead. I can see it on my screen.
Yeah, I can't see either. But if you want to just keep showing us,
I see it. I see.
We can see the front.
That's okay. Keep going.
Okay, are we good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hey guys, we're live. Are we all good?
Yep, we're good.
You just need to turn it.
Okay, I can see people too.
We're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. We're good.
Oh, good thing I have like pants on and not jammy pants. You can see in my lap.
Good thing you're wearing real pants and not Zoom pants.
Zoom pants. That's funny. I love that, Zoom pants. Okay, so this is what we're going to be creating today. I'm going to show you guys some tips and techniques. We are going to be using Mod Podge Fabric, an amazing formula that is washable under the iconic Mod Podge name. So this is, you apply it with a brush and it cleans up with soap and water. But once it dries, you can wash this. So you can wash it in cool water in your washing machine. So you just need to let it dry for 72 hours and then you can wash this. And you guys, this is soft. It is not crunchy. Like I want you to see that. If you can hear that, it's not crunchy and you can wash it. We're also going to be using some multi-surface paint. And we also have our regular FolkArt acrylic paint and some textile meeting that's both also available at Michael's. So some other great options that you can use on fabric. Okay, so I'm going to scoot these over because I want to talk to you about, and we have just our pair of denim here that we're going to craft on. So this is parchment paper here, and I've got some great, Michael's carries a bunch of great Mod Podge tools. I was just joking. I was like, this is kind of like a nice makeup brush.
I've actually used it for that before.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, but I have in a pinch.
So Michael's has some great Mod Podge tools. I'm going to show you how to, you know, those are great to use with the Mod Podge and this project. So Michael's also has fabric right now. So they have got a great new selection of fabrics. So we're going to be showing you some of that. And again, whether it's a bandana, it's old scrap fabric that you have, it's an old t-shirt or other material that you have. So you could take an old shirt and old pair of denim and put them together and make a brand new outfit. Okay, so when you cut fabric, no matter what kind of project you're doing, and this is from Michael's, it frays, right? Like no matter what, you're gonna get that fray on the ends. And you can see here, like we use this on another project for a class we're teaching for Michael's. We're gonna show you how to use it on some shoes, but it frays and you get this scraggly end. So I'm gonna show you a tip to keep that from happening no matter what you're crafting with fabric. So all you do is you take your fabric. Now I'm just going to trim this out a little bit. And I just wanted to show you, it's a piece of scrap, nothing fancy here. I'm going to trim it out. Then what you want to do is you want to take your Mod Podge fabric. And again, this is machine washable. You do not need to heat set the Mod Podge fabric. And this is so thick, you guys. The textile medium we're going to talk about, you do need to heat set, but this one you don't heat set. You just let it dry for 72 hours and then you can wash it in cool water. And honestly, I recommend turning your inside out if you're going to wash anything that you paint or Mod Podge on fabric. That's just kind of like a good rule of thumb. I do it with my clothes or my kids' clothes that have like printing on it. Just turn it inside out, throw it in the wash. I feel like it just kind of protects it. Okay, so I am going to take my fabric. I'm going to turn it over on the back. And I am going to use and this is really thick, use the fabric Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a good even coat all over the back. And I'm just working on parchment paper. And again, remember, this is going to dry completely clear, so don't worry about it. But it's really thick. And you're going to let that dry. Again, a good even coat on your fabric, and you're applying it to the back.
Kira, we have a really great comment. First of all, everybody's loving it. Everybody's really excited to learn how to make these jeans, how to personalize their stuff at home. But this one person said, hi from DC. I'm so excited too. I saw these jeans on Etsy for over $300. I just want to not get rid of a pair of jeans that I split and I didn't know how to fix cutely. So I love that.
You guys, it is no joke how much painted denim costs. It is crazy, like hundreds of dollars. And you could literally do this at home with probably everything that you have and grab some product from Michael's.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so all I did was I painted the back of this with the Mod Podge fabric. You let this dry right on your parchment paper and just let it dry like an hour or so, so it's dry. It doesn't take that long. Okay, so then we've already gone and done this. So I wish you could feel it, but it creates a backing on it. So when you cut it, it's not gonna fray. It just, look at that clean, crisp cut that I got. So again, when you try to cut fabric, it's like, oh, okay, kind of straight, and then it frays. It's not going to fray once you put that Mod Podge on there. So that's a great tip, no matter what kind of project you're doing with fabric, is to use the fabric Mod Podge on the back of your fabric. It's still going to be pliable. You're going to be able to wash it, and it's just going to make it so much easier to work with and get detail. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to rinse him off.
And just a quick reminder, guys, if you have a general question about the craft, go ahead and put it in the chat publicly. I'm getting a lot of private messages, which is awesome. Feel free to do that. But just because I bet a lot of people have the same questions. We have a lot of people in the class today, which is awesome. So a lot of the same questions are coming through. And I just want to make sure everybody can see the answer because, like I said, I bet a lot of people are having the same questions at home.
So like I said, we've gone ahead and we have pre-applied the Mod Podge fabric to the back of this fabric, so it's not going to fray. And then the great thing about these floral patterns is that it kind of does the work for you. So just pick your fabric and, you know, kind of place it where you want on your denim. So I love this design, how it goes around the pocket. So again, you just kind of pick your piece that you want and kind of eyeball it. And I'm going to go ahead and trim him out since we've already applied our Mod Podge. And I'm just going to let the flowers do the work for you. You know, I'm going to not try to make a flower shape. I'm just going to follow the outline of the flowers and leaves. And again, because you've applied that fabric Mod Podge, it's super easy to cut out, but it's still pliable, it's still soft, but it's not gonna stretch or, you know, you're just gonna have a lot of control. Look how close I can get to that edge. And it's really easy to cut. It's like cutting a piece of paper at this point. And it's all because of that fabric Mod Podge. So you're creating an applique by doing that.
I love that because you can get like such beautiful, like high-end pieces of appliques, but they're, like you said, so expensive.
Right. And then, like I said, just if you have an old shirt, like an old floral blouse, or you go to the thrift store, or again, Michael's has so much great fabric now, you could absolutely do this.
And Kira, do you know what kind of fabric it is that you're using, what it's made of by any chance?
No, I don't.
I think just really, guys, for this project, we're not sure what that is. It's some sort of like upholstery fabric. It's probably cotton or cotton blend.
Yeah, just a cotton blend.
Right. Any sort of like knit fabric like that is totally fine for this. Really, you know, unless it's something kind of like crazy and out there, any sort of like cotton or cotton blend and things like that, any sort of upholstery fabric or t-shirt material will totally work for this.
Yeah, and doing the tip, especially t-shirts, cutting them up and crafting with them, that Mod Podge fabric is a great tip. Do you like how I was just like, I don't know what I'm using, but
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
good
because
at
it works
fabric.
on everything. You don't
It's
really
just
don't
a
need to
piece of
know.
fabric to me.
Yeah,
But
you don't
yeah,
need to
it
know.
really does work on all of it.
But yeah, just to answer, we're getting so many questions. I can't even keep up with them in the chat, Kira. You can use lace for this. Somebody said, can you use synthetic?
Absolutely.
Synthetic is great. I might stay away from like anything with a ton of texture, or maybe that's like stretchy, just because it might be hard to work with. But it definitely will Mod Podge well. It definitely will be adhered well with Mod Podge, and it'll be washable still. So
Yeah.
a lot of questions about the fabric.
Yeah, my concern about anything stretchy is that once you put it on your fabric, that if it has a weird stretch, it's not going to wear well. It might stretch, and your denim might not stretch the same way.
Yeah, agreed. And also make sure it's always great whenever you're crafting with any sort of apparel to always wash your clothes first, because when it comes to the manufacturer, if it's brand new anyway, it has sizing in it. Just want to make sure you wash any of that out so that, you know, your paint or your Mod Podge, whatever you're using, adheres really well to the fabric.
Yeah, that's a great tip. But again, just by adding that Mod Podge to the back of this, it is so easy to cut. This is like butter, and cutting fabric isn't always that easy. And again, by now I would have like 5 million little strings and straying pieces on here. And this is literally so easy to cut. So you can get a ton of detail. I mean, you can get right around these tiny little flowers.
Yes, and a really great idea. Somebody just popped in the chat. Can they use their cutting machine? So once you stiffen the fabric with the Mod Podge on the back, you can use a Cricut or a Silhouette or something like that. That's a really great idea.
That is a great idea. So again, you're just going to place this, and we're kind of having this, and this one's a little bit different, but we're just going to place it on the pocket. And then again, you can just go back and cut out some leaves for extra details.
Everybody is loving this. They're just blowing up the chat.
Sorry, I'm super concentrating cutting. But I want to show you guys exactly what I'm doing.
When you wash your jeans, is it wise to use fabric softener? I don't think it should make a difference.
No, I think you just, as long as you let this sit for 72 hours and dry, then you can absolutely go wash it. But wash it in cool water. And also, like I said, I just like to turn my stuff inside out when I wash it. So I would recommend that. I'm just going to cut some leaves, and I'm just freehanding these, but you can absolutely use a pattern.
Cricut is here. Catherine Randall is here. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to say, like, this would be great on tote bags or makeup bags. It's like if you want to make a gift, especially like with Mother's Day coming up or Easter, you could absolutely do this on accessories. Like, it doesn't have to be clothing that you're wearing.
Could you layer these pieces, Kira?
Absolutely. I will layer them for you guys while we're crafting.
There you go.
Yeah, you absolutely layer.
Is there such thing as any piece being too small to use?
No. Nope. You can see these tiny little dots here. So that's fabric. Now these tiny little dots could be fabric, but those are actually paint. So it's great. You can use the combo of the two. So if you can't find exactly what you want in a fabric, or you want to add some detail, you could absolutely use paint to add your detail.
Love that.
Yeah, but yeah, you could totally use, you know, like your Cricut machine or Silhouette and cut out your shapes. That's a great idea. But again, put that Mod Podge right on the back of it.
Looks so good.
Let's spread these out too. And when you're Mod Podging, I recommend, you know, using a piece of parchment paper or something in between the layers. It just, you know, Mod Podge is a glue. It's a glue and sealer. So putting a piece of parchment paper, a wax paper, or paper plate in between your layers, like that's a really great thing. So just in case, so your fabric doesn't stick to itself.
LC said, what about putting fabric on the knee area for patching up kids' pants when there's a tear?
Absolutely. And like, let your kid pick out their favorite fabric, right? Like
great idea.
A superhero or a princess, or I don't know. Yes, that is a great idea.
Sandy said, well, the Mother's Day gift is solved, LOL.
I love it. Okay. So you can see here, I got him, and I can cut out, I know we cut little dots out, but I'm gonna get to that. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my piece of parchment paper again. Again, I'm just working on parchment paper. Parchment paper is great, or silicone mat, anytime you're working with Mod Podge. Okay, so this is the piece of fabric that I did just a few minutes ago, and it's almost dry. So this is the one that I took and I added the fabric Mod Podge right to the back. and it's almost dry. So, I mean, that's just been a few minutes since we've been sitting here chatting and crafting. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to take some more of our fabric Mod Podge. Again, he's really thick, so I'm going to scoop him out, and you can see how thick this is. But remember, it's going to dry clear, so don't worry about it. He is super thick.
DP said, if you're mending the kids' knees, that idea, could you put fabric like behind on the inside to kind of like strengthen it?
Absolutely. So you could turn these inside out. You could do a layer, and then you could also do a layer on the front side to make it super durable.
Great idea.
Or use another piece of denim or like a corduroy or something that's like reinforced. Also, by doing the fabric Mod Podge on the back of this and then using it for a patch, it's going to be more durable. It's just going to give that extra layer of protection, but still be soft and pliable.
A lot of questions. Can you iron the jeans once you Mod Podge the fabric on them?
I would iron them on a low setting inside out.
Okay, great tip.
Like anytime you have like a embellishment or, you know, like sequins or glitter or something on your clothing, you can iron it, but low, or put a piece of linen on top of it and then do cool setting. Okay, so go ahead.
Keep going. I keep interrupting. There's so many questions. Everyone's so excited.
No, these are great. I love it.
Yeah. Can you put them in the dryer?
Yep, you can put them in the dryer, but I do low heat.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Keep going.
Yep. Just treat it like a, you know, again, like anytime you have something that has like an embellishment or something on it. Okay, so all I did was I put my fabric face down. I put the fabric Mod Podge on the back of it. And then I'm just going to position him down. Now you could go back and add a layer of Mod Podge to the top, but you don't need to because that is going to stick right on there. And then I'm going to do the same with these little leaves. And again, it looks like it becomes one with the pair of denim. Again, you can cut a pattern out of, you know, if you have a favorite pattern, you could do words or sayings. So just remember, if you're going to do like a word or phrase or saying, that you're reversing it if you're going to be using it on your fabric. Does that make sense? Like if you're going to cut it out on the back, make sure you reverse it.
Yeah. Jennifer said, fabric on the inside of tears for a cute peekaboo look. That's cute.
Love it. Especially like seasonal too. This is great.
Yeah. What's the brush you're using?
Yep. So I don't know the name of it. This is a Mod Podge brush available at Michael's.
Yep. Here, so I can find it.
Yeah, Jesse can find it. Yep. So it's a great brush.
Yeah,
I like the brush better than the sponge, but that's just a personal thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. Especially when it's so thick.
Yep. Okay, and then like you said, you could use a hole punch even if you want to cut out little circles. Any of that would work great. I'm going to use this little cherry print here we got, or, oh, hey, I just did this and it's dry already. I can cut this out. And this is from Michael's. This is their new fabric. Again, they've got a lot of great options.
Everybody is buying their Mod Podge online as we speak.
I love that. Mod Podge fabric.
Okay, I'm linking the brush for you guys.
Yeah, and these little dots. Teeny tiny little dots, but again, a hole punch would be great for this, like a paper punch, or again, the Cricut. But again, just any fabric you use, whether you're putting out a tote bag or, you know, anything. Like I love the idea of patches and things like that. Use the fabric Mod Podge. Even for home decor, like say if you're doing a like fabric on a lampshade we've showed before, this is a great way to use that fabric Mod Podge right on there.
And I'm linking the fabric Mod Podge as well, guys. So I'm about to put that in the chat for you.
Thanks, Jessie.
Sure thing. Everybody's really excited about these jeans today. We have like 200 people watching, Kira. Everybody's super excited to update their old jeans at home.
Awesome. Yeah, so Sherry that works in the content studio, these are her jeans, this pair. I was like,
he was like, if I craft my own jeans, can I take them home when you're done? Can you do this on t-shirts, Kira?
Absolutely. T-shirts, jackets, canvas bags, aprons,
Love it.
pillowcases,
Love it.
all of that, all of the above.
Are there any other formulas you would recommend for this project, or is it best to just use the fabric Mod Podge?
So I would use fabric Mod Podge.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
If you are going to wash it, dry it, wear it, I would stick with fabric Mod Podge for this part. Whoops, see, I made a mess, but that's going to dry clear.
Dee just said, can you do tennis shoes? Actually, in a few weeks, Dee, we are going to be teaching you how to Mod Podge fabric on sneakers.
I want to show them.
Yeah,
hey,
so make sure
them
you guys
right,
join.
you guys. I think they're up on the cow.
They're against the windowsill.
Yeah, it's actually using this fabric.
It is, yeah, from Michael's. So cute. Okay, we have a few more questions, Kira, while she's grabbing those.
So you guys, in a couple weeks, we're gonna do these shoes.
So cute.
This is fabric Mod Podge.
I already called dibs on those. Okay, so a few questions real quick.
Yep.
Can you machine wash, and if so, what setting? So yes, you can machine wash, right, Kira?
Yes, machine wash, cool,
Yep.
and low heat tumble dry.
Okay, cool.
So you real quick, people were asking about patches. So this is a totally cute idea for a patch. So these weren't ripped, but we made it look like a patch. So can you see the detail?
Mm-hmm.
We just cut out a rectangle and then we drew the stitches on.
Love that.
Yeah, here if we have time, I don't know what time it is.
Yeah,
I'll totally do it right here.
Do you need to add Mod Podge over the pattern after you adhere it, or just between?
So you can add it on top for an extra layer of protection. Wouldn't you say, Jessie?
Yeah, you can, but really,
you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to, but you can for sure, because it's it's flexible, so why not?
Yeah, but really, that one layer of Mod Podge that I put down is gonna. That's already stuck on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really in here.
Yeah. Jennifer said, could you use Mod Podge fabric to stabilize jersey fabrics when creating t-shirt quilts? So
yes.
Yeah, totally. Painting it on the back is a great idea. It'll just kind of I don't want to say stiffen it because it's still soft, but it'll kind of make it just a little bit more, like you said, durable, and make it a little stiffer, but in a good way, if that makes sense. I don't even know.
It's easier to work with.
It strengthens it, right?
Yep. Okay, so I am going to, again, just put this on the back of my fabric. And I said, again, you can put another top coat on this, but you really don't need to. Okay, so say he's a patch, right? On your knee.
Cute.
Okay, super cute. Okay, so I'm going to use now here's two options you can use. We have a couple options at Michael's. We've got Fabric Creations, which is a super soft fabric ink that we used a ton this summer. You guys, I hope you bought it and loved it, but we've got some other options also that you can use to paint on fabric. So I've got FolkArt multi-surface. And I also have our regular FolkArt acrylic paint, but I'm going to add some fabric medium to it. So that makes it, so if you just use regular acrylic paint on fabric and then wash it, it's not going to hold up. But if you add this fabric medium, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It is going to make it so you can wash it. You do have to heat set the fabric textile medium. So FolkArt textile medium, a great add to any of your paints that aren't multi-surface, but you just need to heat set this. So you don't need to heat set the Mod Podge, but you do have to heat set the textile medium. So just another fun product to have in your, your craft supplies. Okay, so I'm going to use the multi-surface here, and then I'll use the textile up top there. Okay, so to show that patch, so say that was my knee, whether you have a patch or not, then all you need to do is you're literally drawing your stitches on. So you're making faux stitches just by using a liner brush and making it look like a dotted line. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you've got dark, I would use a white or light paint or coordinating paint that's lighter. And if you have light fabric, use a dark. You could use navy blue. Red would be really cute on this also. I just happen to have black here. But again, and then you could do like cute little, you could even do like little crosses on it. You could really add to it. So just a fun way to
Can you
get
show us the fabric medium one more time, Kira? Can you hold that up?
Absolutely. You guys want it like that?
Let me link that too, guys.
really dirty. But this is the textile medium FolkArt. Michael's carries it. It's an 8 ounce. You want to mix it with your regular acrylic paint, and then just follow the directions on the back because they are a little bit different than the Mod Podge fabric. Mod Podge fabric, you just slap it on there and you can go. This one you do have to heat set. Well, Mod Podge is just easy, you guys.
So easy.
So again, isn't that amazing, the patches that we created?
Yes. Everybody's loving it, Kira.
Yeah. Okay. So then on this pair, we did, and you guys, this stuff is drying super duper fast.
Mhm.
Okay. So I just did this, literally the pair you guys watched me make and how fast this is happening. So I'm just going to take some fabric medium and my FolkArt acrylic and I'm mixing it together. I just have my plate here. Okay. And then I am just going to add some detail. You
Elsie said they hate sewing, so they are loving this.
Yes, I cannot sew either. I promise you, it was actually on my New Year's resolution 2 years ago. I was like, I'm gonna learn to sew because my grandma sews, my mom sews, and I was like, it hasn't happened. I can Mod Podge with some fabric Mod Podge like no other, you guys.
Definitely. Quendy said all these shortcuts are terrific. In high school ages ago, we would embroider our jeans. They looked great, but it took forever.
Yeah, nobody has time for that.
Catherine Randall, hey.
Hey, Catherine. Yeah, you guys, just Mod Podge it on there. But look, and then you just add some paint. Like I said, on a canvas bag, on a makeup bag, on a pillow, a lampshade, any of this.
I love that.
And then you just add your detail and you can see how well. So this is the FolkArt and the textile medium. And I love this. It just really paints on the fabric. So amazing. Look at that. It's just so smooth, so easy,
Yes, absolutely.
Just do your dots, and you could paint right over top of the fabric also. So you don't just have to paint on the denim. You can paint right on top. So if you wanted to put a black dot.
That's so cute, Kira. And that doodle look is really cute right now too. Like painting on top of, Mod Podge and paint markers on top of paintings.
Absolutely.
And so in right now.
Yep. I love it. And it just paints so nice. This isn't crazy skill here.
So Carol said, do you add the textile medium to the multi-surface paint also, or just to the acrylic paint?
Just to the acrylic. I really love the textile medium. It's not going to be crunchy. It's not going to be hard. It is a great thing just to have. Again, you can use any of your acrylic paints.
Yeah.
The only thing is you do want to heat set it. So you just need to be careful when you're heat setting it with your Mod Podge.
And someone said the textile medium was not on the shopping list. We're just kind of showing you guys as a bonus. You don't need it for this project. We linked the multi-surface paint, but we just wanted to show you guys your options. But I will link it again right here in case you guys are interested in that.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we were, you don't have to have it. We were just like, hey, this is a really great option.
We always do that. We're like, what else can we show them today?
Yeah, it's a great option. And we plan these out so far in advance. And then we're like, oh yeah, ding.
And then whenever you get a second, can you hold the jeans up? People would like to see the details.
Yeah.
So cute. That looks awesome.
Oh.
Love it.
Them both. So amazing. And again, soft, you can wash this. Again, you want to let your Mod Podge fabric dry for 72 hours, and then you can pop it in your cool water washing machine, low heat. Same with the textile medium. You do have to heat set the textile medium, so you just want to be careful with that, but then you can also wash it. And again, like I said, I just recommend turning it inside out when you wash it. I just think anytime you have an applique or something special on your clothing, that's the best to do. It just makes it last longer. Works great on canvas, linen, cotton, t-shirts, like we said. And again, just this tip to be able to add the Mod Podge fabric to the back of it. That means that it is just going to be easier to cut and you're not going to get fraying. So no matter what kind of crafting you're doing with fabric, and like you said, you could run this through an electronic cutting machine. So you could scrapbook with this. You could make jewelry with it just by using that fabric Mod Podge. So a lot of great ideas. Baskets, home decor. Again, you could wrap this around a lampshade. It's just really great.
I love it.
Yeah. Do we have other questions?
Oh my gosh, here we have so many questions.
Okay, I'll answer questions.
I've been trying to answer them in the chat because I keep interrupting you. All great
no,
ones,
you're
though.
good.
Okay, so can you repeat the process on cutting the fabric so you don't get the frays from cutting? Can you remind us about that?
Absolutely. Yep. I did paint on the table, so I will get in trouble for that. I'm kidding. Okay, let me wipe off the table real quick. Okay, so for the non-fray little trick, hold on, I got a mess here. Let me clean up for you guys. Okay, so we are going to use our Mod Podge fabric. I've just got, and it is really super duper thick. So you guys can see like it literally scooping it out with the foam brush.
I know.
So I'm just using a foam brush and I am scooping it out onto my plate. It's super thick. Okay, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your fabric, whatever piece of fabric you have. Again, Michael's has a lot of great new fabric. This one is brand new there. This beautiful floral print. You're gonna cut it out. You could do your whole piece if you wanted to. It's just easier for me to show you guys, but you can do as big a piece as you want. I'm just gonna trim it because it's easier to show. I am using parchment paper, so silicone mat or parchment paper. You want something that the Mod Podge isn't gonna stick to. You're gonna turn it upside down. So you're gonna go face down. I'm gonna grab my Mod Podge brush. Jesse linked this in the chat, in the comments. A great brush. And you are gonna smooth this on, and you just want a really good even coat. You wanna go, the reason you use parchment paper or silicone mat, because you wanna really go over the edge. You can see here, you wanna make sure you get all those edges, and that's gonna help you keep it from fraying. So just a really good coat on the back, and then you let that dry, and it doesn't take long at all to dry. Then what you do is once it's dry, you're basically creating like a patch or applique. That's what it feels like. Can you hear that? Yes. So like regular fabric. So it's not crunchy though. Like it's really pliable. It's really soft, and you're going to be able to cut it and not have fraying. And it cuts just like paper. You know, when you cut regular fabric, it just cuts different and it frays. And so when you put that fabric Mod Podge on there, it's going to cut beautifully, and you're going to get really great straight edges. And look, there's no fraying. But I'm rubbing my hand up and down, and look, this is the edge before, and like now there's no fraying to it. So you can absolutely see that. And then again, you just Mod Podge it right onto your project, and you put your Mod Podge fabric right on the back, and then you can pop it down right on your clothing or your home decor piece.
Okay, can you do like 3D elements, Kira, you think, like gems and things like that with Mod Podge fabric?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, pick something large, but if you have like a flat back gem or sequins or something like that, that would work.
Definitely, definitely.
Yep, great embellishments. And again, it's super, super duper thick. It's probably like what this and outdoor are probably the thickest formulas, I mean, that we have.
Yes, yes.
That's why I love this brush too. It holds a lot. It's really easy to spread over large surfaces. Like for fabric, it's really great.
Totally.
And you can go ahead and do a bunch of fabric at once. So say you want to prep, or you're like, oh, I have a scrap. Go ahead and Mod Podge a bunch at once, like lay out parchment paper or a mat on your table, and then go ahead and do all the Mod Podging, let it dry, and then you're always ready to go. And again, it doesn't take long. I did this piece while we were talking. I've already cut it up now. I did this piece while we were talking, and it's already dry.
That's awesome, Kira. Everybody's saying thank you for the explanation. We did have a couple of questions. What is heat setting? How do you heat set a project?
Yep. So heat setting, I want to tell you guys right. So you use an iron with dry heat.
Yep.
And you typically would take a piece of fabric, like a linen or like an ironing towel, and you heat set it. So you use dry heat and rub it over top of it just to make sure that it is set. But I know that Michael's and Plaid Online has a lot of great exactly how to do that on there. But heat set, dry iron, piece of fabric in between, and rub it on there. And that will heat set for you.
Yes. Paula said this was the greatest class ever.
Dryer, I believe.
Yes. The lazy crafter heat sets in the dryer like me.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do it.
But set in the dryer, but definitely michaels.com and plaidonline.com have lots of great exactly how to do that, depending on what kind of fabric you're using.
Yes, yes. Lots of people saying greatest class ever. They love this class. Great class.
Thanks, guys.
If a piece falls off, can you reattach it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Put it right back on there. And again, to fix something, if you have a hole or something, this fabric Mod Podge is awesome to have on hand.
Awesome. Olivia said, great class, more clothing decorating classes, please. So good to know. We love
Okay, yeah, well, good to know. And again, you guys join us for these shoes. These are coming up in May. So we're going to Mod Podge some shoes.
People were asking to see the shoes again. So I'm glad you brought those up.
Yeah, we're going to do accessories and shoes in this class. So definitely check us out for some good ideas.
Yeah, and that will be
we have a tip that makes it, I don't want to give it away. There's a tip that makes it really, really easy to do this.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be in May.
Get your fabric Mod Podge now.
Right, exactly. Make sure you have it for your jeans, then you can use them for your shoes later. In May, we'll be back with lots of classes. For us, May is Mod Podge month, so we'll be doing lots of Mod Podge in May. So if you love this class, make sure to join us for all of our classes in May, because we'll be talking a lot more about all these great formulas. So I think that's it, Kira. Lots of compliments.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us. Thank you, Michaels.
Yes,
Make
again,
sure
guys,
you guys get your product at Michaels or michaels.com. And you can always watch this in the library that they have on Michaels Community Classroom page. You can check this out, this and our other classes, and we'll be back next week. And Jesse, do you want to pick a winner?
I do. I will pick a winner. I hate it.
Oh,
I hate
it. And the
one
week.
person.
Pick a winner. It's Friday.
I know. And just a quick reminder, this class is being recorded, so it will be posted on michaels.com within 24 to 48 hours. They usually get these classes up. So just check back in a day or two if you want to watch it again and just kind of get those tips again from Kira. So it will be on michaels.com. And I'm going to scroll randomly through. The winner is Paula McGee. So Paula, still on here.
Paula,
you are the winner of our plaid prize pack. So make sure go on Facebook and find the Plaid Crafts Facebook page and private message us and let us know that you were the winner for this Michaels class. And we will get all of your information and send you out some amazing plaid product. So congratulations, Paula McGee. You are the winner. Woo!
Yay, congrats.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you for joining us so much. Again, don't forget, if you craft, if you're going to be decorating your denim or your clothing, hashtag plaid crafts and hashtag make it with Michaels, because we want to see what you guys make. We love going in and commenting on what you guys make and get to see how inspired you are.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, have a great weekend, you guys. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye.